All right, we're live for another Market Update Monday here on the Aero Title Services Facebook and YouTube channel, here with local realtors along the Treasure Coast to talk about what's going on in the market. We have realtors come on every single week and share with you guys the amazing and best knowledge that's going on in the market right now. If you guys have watched any of our other Market Update Mondays, you know that the market is on fire right now. And it's always great to hear from the local professionals themselves what's actually going, what's changing on a week-to-week basis. And you guys can actually interact with us live. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comments. We'll pull up on the screen and these amazing professionals will reach out and we'll talk about it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free. You guys can always watch the replays to any of our Market Update Mondays on our Aero Title Services YouTube channel. But if you guys have questions, we would love to answer them. So feel free. Now, with this Market Update Monday, we run this in three parts. So the first portion is we talk about what's going on in the market right now. The local professionals share what they're seeing and what changes they've been seeing just in the last week or so. And then the second portion is it gets to showcase a current listing that they have on the market right now. So if there is anything that you have to do with that, it's a great way to see what's on the market and what things are going for. And then the third portion is any announcements that they have. You guys can reach out to the local professionals who are on here. The link to their Facebook pages are in the description of this video. And guys, thank you guys so much for being a part of this. They are taking time out of their day to share with you guys what's going on. And it's always valuable information. So we'll get this show on the road. Megan, do you want to start us off? What are you seeing in the market right now?
Hi, everyone. Megan Schoner with Kai's Real Estate. Well, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to share with you guys some statistics that we just got from December of 2020, which everyone can jump in. But as Lucie said, we had another gangbuster month. Our inventory and sales, we had sold 562 homes in St. Lucie County, up from 554, which is a 1% increase. But the biggest thing on it, though, is really the median sales price. Our median sales price for December was $269. Up over 14% year to year. And then the other thing that's really important that I think a lot of buyers don't realize, but currently we're getting 98.6% of list price. So when you're going in there and you're looking at homes and trying to figure out how much to offer, just know on average 98.6% of list price. And we're definitely in a seller's market with less than 2 months supply. Anything less than 6 months is a seller's market. So it's just going fast. The other thing that I think was really important too is our inventory, which everyone will talk about, but our inventory was way down. So even though we still beat the number of sales year over year, we have less than 800 homes available to sell. So last year we had 1,730 in December. This year we only had 932 homes. So inventory is a huge issue that we're all dealing with. There's way too many buyers, not too many buyers. There's just a lot more buyers in the market than there are homes for sale, which is why we're seeing a lot of demand for the new homes. And then year to date in St. Lucie County, over 6,000 homes were closed for a $1.7 billion in volume. So that was up over 8% over last year. So a lot of really good statistics and a lot of good things happen out there. And we're seeing more and more buyers are coming from Broward and Miami-Dade, moving up to our county and bringing their home values and home prices up here. So it's a good time to be on the Treasure Coast.
Absolutely. There's so many reasons why people are moving to the Treasure Coast. It's like literally every reason in the book, it seems. Yep. If they have a reason, they're coming here. They're just like, my yard isn't a square foot, not big enough, so I'm moving to Florida. Like what?
Come on.
Yeah. I love it. Awesome. Great information, Megan. Thank you so much for sharing statistics, because I think numbers are such a great aspect to put to it. It really does help put it into perspective where we're at in our market. So really appreciate you adding that into the conversation. Debbie, what are you seeing on your side?
Well, in addition to what Megan was saying, in St. Lucie County, the Martin County's figures are even higher in all aspects of everything that was just mentioned. So it's a big seller's market. And, the listings seem to fly off the market pretty quickly. We have to remember that with all this COVID that we've been dealing with for the past year, that people are working from home, and that's kind of changed the whole paradigm. With people being able to work from home, you've got a lot of people moving in from out of state. And the last statistics I had seen on that was about 900 to 1,000 a day moving into Florida. A lot moving in from the Northeast, especially California. And that keeps us busy, and that's another thing that causes it to be a seller's market. There's so many more people that are looking for homes than actual sellers.
Absolutely. No, that's a great statistic you're bringing there too. There's so many people moving here from so many different states. Florida is one of the states that has no income tax, right? So that's a huge draw for a lot of people that are living in those big city areas. And there's so many reasons, but one of them being the fact that people are working remotely now, right? So they're like, why do I need to be in a city? Why do I need to be in New York or LA when I can be on a beach in Florida with no income tax and living my life? So there's a million and one reasons, and that's definitely been adding to not only the snowbirds that come down here and now they're transferring back down to just being sunbirds or whatever they call them. It's just very interesting to see how COVID's affected that and how Florida has boomed because of it. Mm-hmm. So thanks for sharing that, Debbi. What about you, Joe? What are you seeing in that buyer market?
Yeah, happy Monday, man. So I thought Megan had some great statistics, all very powerful, and it really shows you how strong of a market this is if you're a seller, right? So there's two things I'd really point out. Number one, if you listen to those numbers that Megan gave us, it's about 6 weeks of inventory. So that literally means if we shut down all new listings and all we're doing is selling at the pace we're currently selling, the market's gone in 6 weeks. That means there's 6 weeks of houses out there. It's not a lot, right? So that leads me to the second big point, which is be realistic. And that means completely different things to buyers and sellers right now. For buyers, yes, it sucks that you have to put in offers at list price. If it's priced well, if it's a sharp home, a lot of times you're going to be 10, 20, 30 grand overpriced. Sometimes I'm seeing appraisals guaranteed, which means you got to have cash if that appraisal comes in, because right now prices are going up faster than the comps can keep up with. I might comp out your home as your agent at 400 grand, but because prices are going up so fast, I might get you an offer for 410, 420. Because of that, when appraisals fall short because we don't have the comps, I'm seeing a lot of purchase agreements that include a guarantee of that with the buyer's cash, right? We're seeing a lot of inspection contingencies gone, especially if you get pre-listing inspections. We're seeing a lot of really aggressive negotiation tactics from buyers. It's not fun, but I'm telling you right now, what's really important is just to be realistic, right? If you don't like a lot of those things, that's fine. But seeing that in the market, you really just want to make sure you're realistic and you understand what you're getting into before you get into it. As a seller, it's really knowing all that same information on the other side, right? When it comes to the appraisal, you might not get, especially if you're overpriced, you might not get an offer that guarantees that appraisal. So if you're getting towards the higher end of what you're expecting when you talk with your agent on prices, there's a good chance that the appraisal is going to come in short. You need to have that expectation management up front and have a plan for that. Are you only taking purchase agreements that guarantee that appraisal shortage? If so, you're really limiting the amount of buyers you're looking at, right? If not, you either need to be realistic with prices, or you need to understand that when that appraisal comes back short, you are going to drop your price to match it. So a lot of things out there right now going on with the market. And listen, no matter what the market does, there's always a silver lining to it, right? So right now it's phenomenal to be a seller. Sometimes it's phenomenal to be a buyer. By the way, if you're an investor, I've heard this a lot. It's not a good time to be an investor because I can't find a great deal out there. It's not true at all. You might pay a little bit more for a home, but you got to remember that same percentage higher you're paying for that home, you're going to be making on the sell side because homes are selling for so much. So really, as an investor, there are a lot of great opportunities out there right now as well.
Absolutely. Great points. And, you know, now that everyone's given their little bit of feedback, I'd love to kind of open the discussion and talk about, you know, here on Market Update Monday, we kind of lean towards giving information about the selling side of houses. So we have a Thursday's Top Tips in Real Estate that's leaned a little bit more towards buyers because we have lenders in that chat. But here we try try to talk about that. So what kind of advice, I guess, can you give to sellers right now that, you know, are maybe holding on to their homes or trying to wait for, you know, whatever to happen? I don't know what signs from Jesus to tell them to you know, sell their home. But like, what can you give them, I think, as like reassurance in this market, I guess? I mean, we all know that houses are going very quickly. And, you know, maybe if that's not enough, what kind of conversations are you seeing out there with sellers?
Yeah, so I'll start. I really, when it comes to buyers or sellers, right? But we'll touch on sellers right now. Again, it goes back to being realistic. What's your goal? Yes, you are going to be able to sell for a little bit more right now, but are you going to buy? Because you might be buying for a little bit more right now as well, right? So it all might be a wash. Have you run the numbers? Do you like the numbers? If you like them and you're comfortable with them, nobody's a real estate god. None of us here know, even though we're professionals, we've seen it, we've been in it for years. Nobody knows if the market's going up, is it going down? We can see indicators, we can make guesses, but nobody knows, right? So make a good, solid decision that really makes sense for you right now. And don't look back. You can't change the past. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. But if you've got a good plan, you know the numbers, you're well educated, and you got a good realtor on your side, just make that solid decision.
Yep, I agree with Joe. Yeah, a lot of it's just reminding buyers of, you know, what their motivation is. And with this COVID time, there's a lot of people that are moving closer to family, and you can't put a price on that. And what we're seeing in our market doesn't necessarily mean what they may see in the market that they're moving to. So you just have to remind them, you know, of that. If they're moving into a city, you know, a lot of times people are moving out of the cities right now into the suburbs. Florida, we've got great weather, and you know, we're pretty much open compared to a lot of the other states. So if you're moving to another state where people are moving out of, you might still be able to get a good deal. And again, interest rates are so low right now. You got to take advantage of them. So even though you may pay a little bit more now for something to buy and to get into your next house, you're still at a much lower interest rate. So it's kind of a wash at the end of the day. But just as Joe said, just that motivation of, you know, why are they doing this and when do they have to be there, and just reminding them of that, of just, you know, just stick to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Debbi, did you have something to add to that?
Well, it's always kind of been a juggling act for real estate agents to sell a home and buy a home and coordinate the two for a client. And that's gotten a little tougher as well, because with homes flying off the market and with sellers not accepting contingency offers and that sort of thing, it's a little harder to plan now to try to get a client from selling his house into his new home. But in addition to that, I'm also seeing a lot of seniors, like you had mentioned, Megan, leaving and going back to families, like going back up north to their families to be with them. And those people, they're selling, and of course they're not buying in the area. So it's a little bit different. But I am seeing a lot of people too that are looking at Zillow and Realtor.com and Truly and those websites from out of state that are asking, calling and inquiring about the different listings. So
yeah, it's very interesting. What are you guys seeing in regards to, are people moving? So the people who are selling their homes right now, do you see them relocating locally in the area, or are they moving out of state or somewhere else in the state? What's kind of that trend that you guys are seeing right now? Because I think that's another aspect that kind of adds to it. I think a lot of people who are living here love this area, and they might need to be moving to either go into those multi-generational homes, right? And then that just, because our market is so, hard on the buyer side right now, we're definitely seeing less simultaneous closes on our end here as a closing company. So what are you guys kind of seeing with that, like where people are moving to, if they're moving locally or out of the area?
Megan, go ahead.
No, I was going to say it depends what type of buyer. So I would say a lot of the older buyers, are moving closer to family. I'm definitely seeing that trend. But if it's more of a family, it seems that they want more space. With kids now being at home and parents working at home, and everyone's kind of sick of their four walls that they're in, they need a change. So I'm seeing a lot of new construction and larger homes, or just different layouts, or I guess the younger families that need more space.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know about you, Joe, but that's what I've been seeing.
Yeah, what I'm seeing, and everybody's got their own little bubble and they focus on different things, but I'm traditionally a pretty heavy listing agent, right? Usually I'm about 75, 25 listings. Right now in this market, it's the other way around. And that says a lot because all my marketing, all my prospecting, the people I'm calling is all geared towards trying to get listings. And I'm still about 60, 70% on the buy side, right? So that tells you how many people, to Debbie's point, we've got moving into the state on a daily basis. It's just a lot of buyers, right? Personally, with my sellers, when I'm thinking back at who's sold in the last month, 2 months, 3 months, a lot of them are vacant home owners who already have an established home somewhere else. And I think they're at the point where they're just like, we thought we were going to do something there, but we had to make a decision between 2 homes that we have. We're going to keep this one wherever it is, and we're going to sell that vacant one down there. So I'm getting a lot of vacant land that I'm getting sold from people who, most of them live up in the Northeast, or people who have a second home somewhere else and they just picked one and they happen to pick whatever the non-Florida one was.
Ah, very interesting. Yeah, there are a lot of people that own multiple homes in the area, I'd say. So seeing that and knowing that's perspective, because a lot of people that are in their homes right now, what we've talked about in previous weeks is that they have equity in their home, so they don't want to leave their home. And it's just one of those aspects, like if they have an extra property, like, yeah, they are probably taking advantage of the market and what it is right now. But if it's getting to the point where they need to leave from their home to be able to get to another home, yeah, that's definitely a hard thing to manage. Like Debbie had mentioned earlier with the, trying to coordinate both sides with selling your home and then purchasing a home at the exact same time, if that's the home you're living in. So that's a very interesting perspective to add. Debbie, did you have anything to add into that, or are you good? I think she's cut it in and out a little bit, so she might not, but her audio isn't working. Debbie, your audio isn't working. Yeah, I would try and log back out and log back in, but we'll go ahead and move on. Guys, that was a great discussion. There's a lot of information as to what's going on with our market right now. And I really appreciate you guys coming on here and sharing your knowledge about what's going on in this market, because there's so much information out there and a lot of people don't actually know the intricacies of what's going on. So it's great to give that information to them out there in the public here live on Facebook and YouTube. So thank you guys for being a part of this. Guys, if you guys have any questions for the local realtors who are on here, feel free to reach out to them on their Facebook pages. It is linked in the description. They are amazing sources of information here along the Treasure Coast. So it's always, and we appreciate here at Arrow Title for them to come on here and share their big brains with us. So we're going to go to the second part. Come on, Joe.
Everything's subjective, right?
No, I mean, the baldness is for your brain to breathe, right?
Is that what it is? All right. Tell my wife that.
It's outgrowing. Love it. So we're going to go to the second portion, which is showcasing the listings that they have on the market right now, which is a great way for you guys to see what's actually on the market and what these prices are going for. Megan had mentioned earlier about the kind of wash between the interest rates and the prices of homes, which is very valid. On our Thursday's Top Tips in Real Estate, we talk about that, where the lenders are saying, like, literally it's actually a better situation for buyers who are paying with that lower interest rate and even with the prices right now. And a lot of people don't hear that or don't have that connection with that. So it's very valuable to see what's actually in the market. So we're going to have each of them share that with us. Megan, would you like to start us off?
Sure. I will share this beautiful listing over on the, let's see if I can get it real quick so you guys can see it. Let's see if it plays. It's over, it's a condo over at Sands on the Ocean. And my favorite thing about this listing is the view. It has spectacular views from every room in the condo. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. We have it listed at $349,900. The kitchen's been redone. You can see the granite. And then just the views from the dining room to the living room. It has one of the largest balconies in the area. This is over on North Hutchinson Island. It comes fully furnished. It's a wonderful building. In the building has a gym, a sauna, pools, whirlpool, direct ocean access. And it's a spectacular home. As you can see, in this picture, you've got the balcony from every room. So this is one of the bedrooms that they're currently using as a den. And then also off the master bedroom too has a balcony. It comes fully furnished for $349,900. And we've had multiple offers on it. We're just waiting for the right one right now. So if you have any questions on this home or anything over in the area, my number is 772-828-1086.
Awesome. That's beautiful.
Yeah, the views on it are just spectacular. It's penthouse number B2. So
nice. Yeah, if that doesn't scream Florida, I don't know what does. I love it. Thanks so much for sharing that, Megan. Great listing. All right, we're gonna go on to Debbi. Debbi, what do you have to share with us on the market right now?
My connection seems to be. Yeah, my connection doesn't seem to be so great. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it up here or not.
Okay.
I can tell you about it anyway. What I have is, let me see. Yeah, my connection's given me a bit of a problem. Well, I'll just tell you about it. Probably is the best way to approach it. I have a listing in Emerald Lakes in Stewart. It's a single family home. It's a 3-2, and it's about 1,650 square feet, but it has a couple hundred extra square feet in a Florida room area that they've closed in, and they're using that currently as a den or an office, but it can be a Florida room, and just outside that is the patio as well. The house is in great shape. It's been taken very good care of. The people that own it are really stay on top of the maintenance. It has some diagonal tile, large diagonal decorative tile throughout the whole house, same tile, and it has chipboard and wainscoting, and it's really a lovely house. They're one of those people trying to move to another house, so they brought their price down to $283,500. And I think that's a really good price for this neighborhood. I've actually lived in Emerald Lakes in the single family homes for the last since 2007. So the neighborhood is great. The location is great. So if any of you guys have buyers out there, send them this way. They'll love this house.
Love that. That sounds like a beautiful location, and the price seems great. So thank you for telling us about that. And I'm sure if they want to see it, they can reach out to you. So guys, again, you can follow their Facebook pages linked into the description. Joe, what do you got on the market right now?
Yeah, we got some fun stuff, man. So for those of you who are not on my Facebook page and you don't see me making about 3,000 videos a day, let me share with you. This is the Grand Construction model. It's up in Torino. It's about a 2,500 square foot home. We just sold this sucker. I think it was 2-3 weeks ago for $595. Absolutely stunning. 4-bed, 3-bath. It's got a beautiful pool in the back and an outdoor kitchen. It is just gorgeous from floor to ceiling. Well, because we sold this one, I'm going to show you the interior here. We decided we better get another one up, so we've got another model, right? So literally right across the street up in Torino, we're building this same exact model, but it's about 250 square feet smaller. So it's about 2,250 on the square footage. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath. Again, you're going to have that nice, beautiful screened-in private pool in the back with that amazing kitchen outdoors. You can see the stunning flooring. Grand Construction's well known for ceilings. They're just absolutely jaw-dropping, and that sucker's going to be about $430. So we're going to have that built. It'll probably be up in about June or July. Come and check it out. But again, the big reason that you're going to want to come in and talk with Grand, I think anytime you're shopping, you're looking at one of two things. You either want a great price or you want great quality. There are a ton of builders around here that will give you a low price and you can compete with price. Nobody competes with us on quality. So if you want a sharp, good-looking home that has quality throughout, Grand Construction's phenomenal. And the other big thing that they allow you to do that a lot of other builders don't is everything's custom. So with a lot of other builders, you either have no options or you have a couple options. With us, it's literally the sky's the limit. Whatever you want to do, we're going to help you do it. And we're going to make it happen because we want it to be your dream home. So we're pretty excited for that model to be up soon.
Awesome. That's exciting. And new construction is huge right now in our market. Port St. Lucie is growing like a beast that can't be controlled. So it is great to see that, you know, having that new construction perspective and that price point, I think would be really great for people to see out there. And Grand Construction does have absolutely beautiful homes. I've been in that model a billion times, and I'm shocked every single time I go in there. I'm like, yeah. It is. So thanks so much for sharing that, guys. The realtors who are on here, the local professionals who are sharing their information about what's going on in the market, they have just showed us some listings that are currently on the market and told us about them. You guys, if you have any questions for them, you can feel free to follow them on their Facebook pages, which are linked in the description. If you happen to have any questions, you guys are still able to ask them in the comments, and we can answer those for you guys. But we are so thankful for the professionals who come on here and share with us each and every week. You guys can always watch the replays of these as well on our Facebook here where you're watching, or on our YouTube channel where you might be watching as well. And on our YouTube channel, we have a whole playlist of every single week that we've done since last April. So it's been really interesting to have these professionals come on and really share with us this information. You guys can feel free to follow us as well at Arrow Title Services. But we are going to go into the third portion, which is any announcements that these amazing realtors have. They always have something going on. There's always something new coming up. So it's great information. And I do highly recommend you guys to rewatch the beginning of this video if you missed it, because they really drop some great knowledge about what's going on with the market right now currently. So Megan, do you have anything coming up? What's around the corner for you?
Well, thank you, first of all, for hosting this. And I just really appreciate all the opportunity to share our listings and learn from each other. And, it really does take a team effort to get to the finish line. So I appreciate everything that you do on that. In terms of stuff coming up, I say we still are looking forward to the COVID vaccine. I feel like a lot of the buyers and sellers I'm talking to, everyone's waiting for that to come. So I think we're going to have a really, really busy spring and early summer once all that's out. So that's exciting. And then I do have a new listing coming out, I think it'll probably be the very beginning of February when we do the pictures. But it'll be a 3-2 off of Bayshore on Airview. It'll be a 3-2 at the CBS 2-car garage, and it'll be under 225. So that'll go quick.
Ooh, I love coming soon, guys, because it's like you heard it here first.
Yeah.
Market Update Monday.
Awesome.
Love it. So that's awesome, Megan, and hopefully she'll come on and she'll share that in another Market Update Monday. So that's what's always great too. It makes people come back. So thanks, Megan, for sharing that. I'm gonna have to talk to you. Love it. All right. So next, Debbie, what do you have coming up? Anything exciting, riveting?
Well, I to try to advertise the fun things that go on in our area, and I happen to be on the Creek District of Arts and Entertainment Board in downtown Stuart, where our office is located, McAlister Properties, and that we have every.
Oh, leaving us on the edge of our seats. I believe it's every first
Friday of the month. So.
Look at that. It's funny, like right when I said it, for every first Friday of the month. Let's see if she's gonna come back. Well, I'll if it's frozen, I'll finish it. So it's every first Friday of the month. They have like a little arts district stroll or something like that. It is really cool because they're really trying to build out that art portion of Stuart, downtown Stuart. It's really a beautiful area, and there's like a big lake over there and such, right on the like outer parts of the downtown Stuart area. So I'll have her leave that in the comments of this video so that anybody who's watching, they can get the information from that, because she's frozen. Hey, technology, we deal with what we can here, but I love that she's sharing what's going on in the community, because it's always great to know what's coming up, and I think that that's one of the really great things that's going to be added to the Stuart area. What about you, Joe? What you got coming on?
Yeah, so sticking to that new construction we were talking about, right? It's hot right now because all the pre-existing is going up so fast. You can get a lot of new construction for the same price or sometimes even lower priced than pre-existing. So really the big challenge is getting a list of lots, right? How do you get that list of lots? And Zillow's tough. You go on Zillow, you look up a bunch of stuff. It's going to say it's for sale. You're going to call your agent, and then Meg and I are going to tell you it's not really for sale anymore. It's already sold. It's contingent. It's whatever, right? So the best way to get that information is to get in front of Megan, myself, another realtor, whoever it is you're working with. Have us send you an auto email that directly links to the MLS, and that stuff, when we send it to you, it's for sale. It might only last half a day, but when we send it to you, it's for sale. So if any of you guys want a list of those lots you're looking for, send me some criteria. You can DM me, you can email me, whatever, and we'll get you those lots so you can start looking at that new construction options.
Absolutely. And I think that the biggest thing too that a lot of people miss is that it's free to have a conversation with a realtor. Okay. Does not cost you money, guys. Just have a conversation with them. If like what Joe's talking about right there, that doesn't cost you money to have them set that up for you. It's really a resource for you guys, and any of the local professionals on here are willing to have that conversation with you. So really reach out to them, see what those circumstances are going to be, because you want the most up-to-date information with listings going off the market in like 12 hours, 24 hours. 2 hours, like those aren't exaggerations, guys. Like the market is going quickly, so definitely reach out to the professionals who are on here. Again, in the description is their Facebook, the link to their Facebook pages. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this. We really appreciate you guys coming on here and sharing your information and everything that you've got going on. If you guys are just tuning in live right now, make sure you guys rewatch this, whether it be on our Facebook or our YouTube channel at Arrow Title Services. We really just do this to help provide this information to the public out here so that you guys know what's going on with our market locally here along the Treasure Coast, and really just trying to provide value for you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you'll join us again next Market Update Monday. We go live every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you happen to be listening in another state. And as well as on Thursdays, we have our Thursdays Top Tips in Real Estate, which have local realtors and lenders. So we get the lending perspective from the buyer side. So again, just giving you guys the best information that's out there. Thank you guys again for being on here, and we will see you guys again next week. Thank you guys. Have a great week. Bye.
Thank you.